on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Let's go now. 10-2 start.
Check 56. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Hey.
Motion. Mike 50.
On first down, Beckwith. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
56.
Second and 11. And that'll be incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Now! Hey, team 6.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Hey, lock it.
These traps. Let's go. Check 3.
Ready?
He'll look to throw. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Ready? 18 Gator.
98 to Mike. Go.
Yeah.
Undercrush. Watch twist.
Hey!
Check 43. Check 25. Switch.
On the snap.
Now a handoff looking right. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
198. Watch 98 to Mike. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Check 37.
Hey, Sam off. Look at me. Zipper.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
it.
He'll drop to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
And the Browns first down.
On the double.
Check his Mike. Watch the run.
Yep.
Stop, baby. That's a baby shot. Patrick.
Leo.
Check 15.
Shoot.
Now they try the right side here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Defense.
Go.
Left up defense. And here we go. Tighten up. 95%. Go. Check his Mike. You remember me?
Go.
Check next.
Go.
Now a handoff looking right. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Back to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Second and 4. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's first and 10.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Check 50.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
You Mike 56. Mike 56. I got him.
56. Mike 56. Right there. 56.
Second and 9 now. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 10 yards, good for his Saints first down.
Here we go. 50-60 Pittsburgh.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Mike's 50.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike's 56. Lawyer John.
56 to Mike. 56 is Mike.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Okay, ready?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Check. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
80 weapons.
Come. 36. Watch that. Under 10. 10. Watch the ship.
Ready?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
7.
Check hot route. Hot.
Snap.
Back to throw here. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
They'll run on first down. Beckwith, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Come on, set. 10-2 saw.
56. Here we go.
Hey, orbit.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Browns 7, Saints nothing.
Ready? 8, read.
56 is the mark.
Guard.
Safe.
Bravo. Rock it. Hey, Haywood. Get it.
2nd and 15. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
6-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. Would be ideal.
And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Show it up.
Fair. Yes.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Switch.
Hey, let go.
They'll drop to throw. Got a man, Slayton. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
Ready?
195. Touchdown. Defense. Check your hot read.
Hey, box drop. Hey!
Check his mic.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
95, Mike. 195.
Protein spill.
2nd and 1. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
198. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Hey, alert 3. Take 4.
Look at me. Zipper.
Wide. Get wide.
Fight.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Even. 4 down. Even.
Check 9. Yes.
Check. Lucky.
Look. Squeeze.
Sponge. No. Tight dog.
Ready?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. And good running, going to get this down close to a 1st at the Saints 39.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
Alert 3.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Five.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is Floyd, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. In for the score. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score 14. Saints, nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. They'll try the left side. Beckwith. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
On second down, Beckwith. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. It's a foot race. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. They'll run it here with Smith. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Pinheiro now to kick this one away. The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Here we go. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Man, I got you.
2nd and 6. Looking deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Check 31.
Recon, 152 fighter. Hey, team 6.
Yo, check, he's Mike. Let's go. 95 is Mike, watch 95. I'll get him.
Ready?
Back to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Go.
Let's flow. Check. Check 3.
Go.
Now they try the right side here. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Mike, 54.
Hey.
You get tired of seeing me. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. In your face.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
That's it.
Set, ready? 15 line. 15 line.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Slam.
Now.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Here we go. Check. Pressure.
Get it.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. It gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Yes.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Here's a second and 7. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Hey, Alpha.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They're going to look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Tight end to the right, tight end left. 4 down. Check.
6-6. Pull it 5.
Hey, turn it up.
They'll look to throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
Yeah, and it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little.
He's got daylight. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Don't get nervous. Let's go. Get the chance.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Look at me. Zipper. Switch. Hard. Get it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Yep. 49. You're out. No. 2.
And they give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
On the ready.
Watch 98. 98's the mark.
22 jet bomber. Hey, high 7. Hey, lock it.
Check. Cross.
Go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. And this one is right through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Hey, Orbit. Leo.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Go.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
General West. Bravo.
Check 13.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Watch the sled.
Hey, Haywood.
56.
All day, dog.
Speed grip.
2nd and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 18. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Now a pass hauled in downfield. A gain there of 30 big ones. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Rush in. Switch it.
Now. 5.
Now a handoff looking right. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Yes. Ready?
Now they try the right side here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Cut. Kill.
They'll try the left side. Beckwith. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Complete to number 13. Out of bounds at the 38-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
Switch up. Kill.
Hey, exit.
Kill. 198. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
Hey!
Watch the screen. Shift. Check 26.
Let's go.
2nd and 2. Catch made by Slayton. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
Down. 60 outlaw.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Hey, Delta.
Quick. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Hey, pick your game up. Watch 98.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. That close on 3rd down. I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Check 43. 25. Check 25.
Rock it.
Switch.
Yep.
I got him.
Fire.
They'll try and run for it. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. Probably wishing that they could have had a few runs like that earlier in the game, now facing this deficit in the fourth.
Hard to criticize a run of that magnitude, but they really need those types of runs to go the distance and need bigger plays to try and get back into this one.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Ready, break.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Hey, seam 6, go.
56 to Mike, boys, 56. Check, 56.
Get it.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a third down. And he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Go.
Here we go. 56.
Out of the gun now on third down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a first down. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
Hey.
56 to Mike, boys, 56.
Move.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hernandez. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 25 yards that time. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
We want this.
Let's go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
The Browns take over 1st and 10
on the double.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week.
Through an opening, and there he goes. And running with power here. And he will be marked down inside of New Orleans' 10. It's a big play there for the Browns. 66 yards for him on the ground. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now a handoff looking right. Oh, nice move. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's